Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Exploring Women Artists. My name is Maritza, and today we will be learning more about Camille Claudel. She was a French artist who lived from 1864 to 1943. And I had never heard of her until I did some research on Auguste Rodin, who was a very famous French sculptor. During the same period, he created the Thinker. If anybody knows that sculpture, it's a man sitting like this, thinking. It's a very famous sculpture, and I learned more about Camille Claudel when I did some research on him. And what I found was that Camille Claudel was a sort of forgotten character in Rodin's history. And she herself was a very talented artist. She sculpted using bronze and marble, and her style is very similar to Rodin's, or some people say that Rodin's style is very similar to hers. So they worked closely together, and there are rumors that Camille Claudel was Rodin's muse, and there are also rumors that they were in love. But I wanted to shed some light on Camille Claudel's life because she's so often overlooked and overpowered by this very famous male sculptor who has an entire museum dedicated to him, when there's a lot in the background that people don't know going on. So I wanted to give Camille Claudel some recognition. She is very talented sculptor, as I said, and a lot of her sculptures are in different museums. There are a lot of her sculptures in France, but a lot of famous museums in New York also house her sculptures, and I wanted to show you a couple of examples. This one right here is a bronze face, and this one down here is a woman playing the flute. And I don't know if any of you guys have tried to sculpt anything before, but it's very difficult. So it's really very impressive that she can get this kind of detail in her work. And I wanted to show you a couple of Rodin's sculptures just because their style is very similar. So right here are two of his sculptures. This is the Thinker. This is the sculpture that I was talking about. This one is very famous. This is another very famous sculpture of his. As you can see, their style and their material is very similar. When I was first looking at both of their sculptures, I couldn't really tell the difference between their styles. So, again, I wanted to shed some light on Camille Claudel because she was at least an inspiration for Rodin if he didn't entirely steal her style, which is what a lot of resources and say, that Rodin sort of stole her thunder. So Camille Claudel, again, lived in France, and when she was older, she was moved to a mental institution where she received help because she was said to be very mentally unstable throughout her life, and it is believed that she died in this institution in 1943. So for today, to honor Camille Claudel and all her amazing sculptures, McKenna created this handout for everybody. This is a portrait of Camille that you guys can color in. Up here is a little bit of information about her, and after you color this in, I thought it would be fun to Google search Camille Claudel sculptures and get an idea of some of her really famous works or some works that you really love. Or works that inspire you, and use the back of this handout or a different page to recreate one of her sculptures. As you can see, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of detail. You can see muscle tone and expression in all of her sculptures, so I thought it would be fun to draw one of her famous sculptures on the back so that you can get to know what she looked like and also appreciate her work. So that's all for today. I hope you liked learning about her. She's very interesting and she's very talented, and I hope that everybody shares your work. You can use hashtag #LoveArtSphereInc on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and the written instructions will be uploaded to ASI's blog. The link to the handout will be in the description of this video, and I hope that you tune in on Friday for the next Exploring Women Artists virtual class. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and have a good one.